They'll not do that to me. I'll not be found staggering through Harlem, chasing a ghost, or what I might have been. They'll not do that to me.
James Earl Jones brought the voice, the presence, and the power to the unforgettable one-man play Paul Robeson. It opened on January 19, 1978 at the Lunt Fontanne Theater, right in the heart of Broadway at 205 West 46th Street, New York City. The show ran until April 30th, totaling 77 performances. Producer Joe Papp picked up the production for the New York Shakespeare Festival, giving it a second life at Broadway's Booth Theater, just one block over at 222 West 45th Street. There, it played alongside the groundbreaking For Colored Girls Who Have Considered Suicide, When the Rainbow is Enough. Paul Robeson was written by Phillip Hayes Dean, who spent months shaping the play with James Earl Jones and director Lloyd Richards. Dean, known for The Sty of the Blind Pig, Freeman, and Every Night When the Sun Goes Down, crafted a portrait of Robeson that was as complex as the man himself. Don Gregory produced the show, no stranger to powerful solo performances. He was the force behind Clarence Darrow with Henry Fonda, The Belle of Amherst starring Julie Harris, Camelot with Richard Burton, and My Fair Lady with Rex Harrison. He'd later co-produce Othello in 1983, again with James Earl Jones as the Moor, opposite Christopher Plummer's Iago. Charles Nelson Riley was originally tapped to direct Robeson. Thus known for his flamboyant wit and regular appearances on game shows like Match Game, Riley was also a talented actor, comedian, and Broadway director. However, due to creative differences, Riley stepped away from Robeson early in the process. That's when Lloyd Richards stepped in. Richards was a very different presence, grounded, thoughtful, and deeply rooted in theater. A pioneering Tony Award-winning director, he made his mark in 1959 with the original Broadway production of Lorraine Hansberry's A Raisin in the Sun, a landmark moment in American theater. Richards was also a highly respected academic, serving as dean of the Yale School of Drama and later as professor emeritus at Yale University. In Paul Robeson, Jones was magnetic, commanding the stage with nothing more than his voice, presence, and pianist Burt Wallace by his side.
When I set foot in that cafeteria, everything stopped. And I just stood there, waiting to see that all just get up and leave. I mean, did you eat in the same room with a Negro, or did you just walk out in righteous indignation?
The play's subject matter, bold, political, and deeply personal, sparked controversy, but the reviews were glowing. So who was Paul Robeson? Born in New Jersey, Robeson earned a full academic scholarship to Rutgers, becoming the school's third black student and its first black football player, twice named All-American. And that was just the beginning. He was a Renaissance man, actor, singer, scholar, activist. He starred on Broadway, in films, and toured internationally with his rich bass baritone voice.
But old man River, he just keeps rolling along.
But Robeson's story wasn't just about applause and encores. He spoke out against racism in America and in praise of the Soviet Union's treatment of working people. That made him a target. His concerts were canceled, his recordings were pulled. He was blacklisted during the Red Scare.
Are you now a member of the Communist Party?
Oh, please, please, please.
Please answer, will you, Mr. Robeson?
What is the Communist Party? What do you mean by that?
Are you now a member of the Communist Party?
Would you like to come to the ballot box when I vote and take out the ballot and see? You can turn the Negro leadership against me, which you've done, and I will still speak out for justice for the Negro people.
In 1949, he scheduled a concert in Peekskill, New York. Before he even sang a note, violence erupted. Spectators were attacked. 140 people were injured. Robeson, undeterred, performed anyway, surrounded by a human shield of supporters. Even so, many were beaten as they tried to leave.
Because the concert was ringed with a threat of violence, hundreds of concert-goers volunteered and stood a circle of guard around the audience and around Robeson himself. The goers were attacked as they left, and a riot developed. 140 people were injured.
Skirmishes are breaking out all over here. The police are fighting the cops. Oh, this is terrible. And they are beating up a Negro. They're clubbing him.
Robeson, undeterred, performed anyway.
Call the Mississippi, that's the old man I don't like to be.
For nearly a decade, he lived in a kind of internal exile, unable to work or travel freely. Yet, in his later years, he began to reclaim some measure of recognition and freedom.
The years are falling into place now. I discovered there were two forces in the world, evil and the struggle against evil. And wherever I have found evil, I have struggled against it. And it has been that struggle that has kept my hope alive. My hope for America, my hope for Africa, my hope for Russia, my hope for all the nations of the world, my hope for mankind itself. And I am taking all those hopes now and passing them on to you.
The play concludes by honoring Robeson's indomitable spirit, his courage, resilience, and lasting impact, all brought to life in a riveting performance by James Earl Jones. Following its successful Broadway run, the play was adapted into a 1979 television special, again starring Jones and directed by Lloyd Richards, bringing Phillip Hayes Dean's vision to a wider audience. If you'd like to experience this unforgettable performance, the play is available to rent or purchase at Amazon.com.